Aha! Who's going live 3 minutes early? What's going on, everybody? I'm in the vibe on this track, and I decided to press play on the broadcast, which is starting the music for you. So let's get this chat up. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's Wednesday the 23rd, after Tuesday the 22nd of February, the big two. There we go. So we got a bunch of tracks today. Thanks for everybody for popping in on Discord. And for those of us, or those of you who are paying attention to the talk about a Mixatexture compilation and record label, I know I wasn't super active on Discord during the week, but that is in progress. And I've got some updates, and basically we're going to have a conversation. I want to collect some ideas from everybody else about what you think we are going to do with this, why we should do it, what you think should be the result, what you want to get out of it, what other people can get out of it, and kind of like make a roadmap of how we get from where we are now to a series of really awesome releases that are going to make a lot of people happy. Shepard's laughing is the best medicine, except you laugh for no reason. All right, so kicking it off. Let's get into the music. And in case anybody new is joining us, we just had a bunch of people come in the Facebook group. This is track feedback. The whole idea is to help you get your tracks done and be sure that they sound good. It's easy to produce in your own studio, in your bedroom, in your headphones, or wherever you have, but you never quite know how it sounds for other people until you do a test mix and play it in the club and play it in the car and play it on headphone speakers and play it like everywhere that people use music. And then you finally know that it's going to sound right. So track feedback can accelerate that process, so you're not stuck at home wondering, is my music good enough? We look at 3 specific things that are unique for electronic music. Number 1 is the sound design, which means your track has to have original sounds that are moving around as if somebody's hopefully tweaking knobs, like on a synth. Number 2 is the song structure. We want to hear a climax where the music starts off, builds up, gives you a drop, and has an ending. That's what makes people want to play it again and again and again, so they can feel that climax, hear the drop, play it for other people. You know, people want to be the DJ who's like, I got this new track, everybody's going to love it. I want to be the one who plays it at the peak of the party. So that's what song structure is all about. And then, of course, the mix has to do one thing, drop some bass. And I don't care if it's ambient, chill out, or whatever. You just got to have some low end and a nice sounding mix with stereo width and a bazillion technical details. So that's what we do in track feedback. Right now, I've been mercilessly talking over our friend Martin Mindbender with a new remix, L'Amour, track called Youth. So let me start this over and give him a fair listen. And you'll notice, if you're new here also, we have a spectrum analyzer that when I'm not talking, you can see the spectrum line of the music. Let me bring up the broadcast level a little bit. And spectrum is really handy when you want to get a look at your kick drum, your bass line, how full is the mid-range, or if you have one ear-piercing shriek coming through, you can put your mouse on the spectrum line and look in the little box down here and read the frequency. So when I'm using spectrum, if you don't know what I'm doing, look at the little box in the bottom left corner. You can see a frequency in hertz, a MIDI note in the octave of range, of keyboard range, and the decibels. We're not really looking at decibels. We're looking at the what frequency it is in hertz and what note that is. And that's what tells you where to EQ. So if you have a really big spike like that at 9.58 kilohertz, then I know, okay, so when I'm EQing my own voice and I want a de-esser, I'm going to put the de-esser input frequency at 9.5K to knock down that frequency, or just put a notch EQ on the track. It really helps to know the exact frequency of where to use your EQs. That's why I love the spectrum. I started too early. Too bad, boys. All right, kicking it off with Morten Mindbender's remix, reset, and play. I gotta close this. Headphones up. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Nice and wide with the clicky stuff on the outsides. Hey, Mr. Melvis is here. What's going on? Ben Sheppers, Matt Schultz, put your pants on. Yeah, unfold that filter. that is a huge low end. I agree. It's all bass line. It's like a big boom, boom, boom. I could feel a little more kick drum. I think the bass is very big and dubby, which is cool because it feels full and I can feel each individual note. So it's not like the bass line by itself is a problem. It's just the kick drum is kind of sort of lost under there. So you might want to bring the kick drum up a bit. For the genre, I see it's marked as melodic techno. The genre is not something we comment on a lot, but this feels like acid breaks to me. That breakbeat, totally, I would put this in the breaks genre, because melodic techno is going to have a 4/4 kick drum. So, whatever. As usual, there's a nice synth stack operating from Mindbender. Synth pad, synth harp. Nice space on the synths, you can hear the reverbs. $258. I would cut the hi-hats out in the beats and let it go with the synths and the bass line. The synth is doing that. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Yeah. 320. And 326, like maybe a cymbal crash. And I know that almost feels like a predictable comment for me to say cut the hi-hats out in the breakdown. But from 258 to 327, if you cut the beats out, you would have a nice dropout section and really let it like dream, like that floating synth dream. Oh, some detuning secrets I see. Here we go. Super dreamy again. I hear that detuning right there. How do you guys feel the kick drum on your speakers? I'm in headphones, and for me, I'm hearing the bass line's bigger than the kick. Anybody else think the kick is... Does anybody else feel the kick coming down low that I can't hear in headphones? Hey, Paul's here. What's up? And now hitting the outro. Yeah. I like the open hi-hat. Nice build down, subtracting layers, getting out to the ending. Shepherd has gotcha. Okay, so yeah, we need a little more kick drum. Oh, this. Yeah. Okay, that's a nice fade down. I would double that outro and do the whole synth loop again without the beats. That was great the way the beats faded down, and I like it for this style of track for the beats to come down. I'm pinching like a ramp, but that ending synth is so pretty and spacey and like airy. This part right here, I could totally hear this for another whole 8 bars with just the synths like... So Morton is saying, I kind of wanted the bass to be rolling on this one, but maybe the kick can come forward a bit. Actually, this is a perfect illustration of where I would set the kick drum up to like 90 hertz, 100, or even 110, and make it like a much like harder, smaller kick that's popping through the bass line with side chaining. So we're not doing a thumpy, massive, huge boof, 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 like not at all. This is like a breakbeat kick drum, like doof, doof, doof. So keep the bass huge down there in the 50, 60 hertz range, like we're seeing it down here. And go from like, look at the frequency range from 90 up to 130 to make the bottom end of the kick drum. Because even 110 hertz, it can be a bass pulse that you feel. It's not like some, oh, that's the mid-range kind of stuff. Seriously, this is a perfect example of where the bass drum, the bass line is the dominant low-end instrument, and the kick drum can just be like, doof, 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 like cutting little holes in the bass line. And the kick is not huge down low, but it can be loud. You know what I'm saying? So you feel it and it's loud coming through. That's the answer for me. So try that, see how that works. And I hate to press pause on a track, but I gotta press pause on a track. Ben Hunt, version 4. I didn't even press pause yet. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Read a little fan reduction. Ben Hunt, version 4. Here we go. Kick drum on the ramp, the fade in, it got like deeper and lower. The snare drum is smacking. Very nice. That's awesome. Yes, we got DJ Waters here, the master of the ambient clap. I really like what the snare drum is doing in this one. It kind of feels papery and wide, and it's like, so far the mix sounds great. Nice. Little gap, little drops, little crash. Yeah, do you hear a glitch? I'm hearing a couple glitches on my screen. I'm hearing that too, sorry, I don't know why. Perfect. I want to pull out two little things that happened on the way into this breakdown. There was a hi-hat roll, I think, that was like. So let's listen to how he gets into stuff happens before the breakdown. That sound made a transition bridge. And then washes over into the transition. New sound, new vocal in there. So when you're creating a transition, for anybody who's kind of newer in the arrangement universe, don't just cut the beats and have like a total change to something different. It's great to have a transition effect like a riser or something that comes before the change and then carries over. And then coming back. Listen to the snare drum break. The snare drum seemed to pattern the same thing the synth was doing. It was like dot, 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 dot. Did the snare do the same as the synth? That was really cool. The rhythmic interplay of the snare drum pattern and the synth pattern locked in together to make this like super like gripping drum break. Ben, I think you said you worked on the attack sound of the piano right here. Yeah, man, 4 minutes, still in the flow. Nice little rhythmic, like cut the beat out, bring it back in with a crash, a little reverse crash on the way in. Now we're at the bass end, drums, outro. Oh, that vocal right there. Let me go back. I could use a little more of that vocal, I think. It's haunting in the background. I would like it a little more often right here. Right here. At 509, have the vocal loop again and maybe a little louder, just because it was cool and we didn't hear it too much. And right here, when the chord changes. 524, so 509, 524, hit that vocal thing one more time. Because those two spots, I think it would fill up nice, and it's not overplayed yet, so it's like, it would be okay to use that vocal a little bit more. Look at these claps. Taking it out with the wispy bits. Nice ending, cool track. All I can think of to say is do the vocal a few more times, bring it up a little louder, and that is sounding good. Sounding pretty done. Matt Schultz, give the clap a little more high end to make it more in your face. Getting picky. Yeah. I mean, that could be a mastering thing. Maybe you could be like a little high shelf lift on the track to make it crispy. Ben, amazing. Really good work. That one I was like mostly pulling out recipes for other people to copy. Okay, so creative decision, vocal in the background, so you almost don't notice it. Totally valid. That's my opinion, to add more of it, and you don't have to do it. DJ Waters is in the studio now instead of in the car. DJ Waters, break glass in case of rave. Alex B is not here yet, and I'm not sure that track is updated. So let's go with who is here today. People who came to class. DJ Waters experimenting in a little stretch of the genre.
A fractal is any equation pattern that when seen as an image produces a picture which can be zoomed into infinity, 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 infinity.
Kicking some rumble. you got a bunch of comments on this in Discord.
A fractal is any equation pattern that when seen as an image produces a picture which can be zoomed into infinity.
I like what you're doing with the word infinity, and that vocal is super nice and crisp and clear. The low end is not focused yet. It feels like it's like woof, 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 like it's just pushing a cloud of air, like woof.
A fractal is any equation pattern that when seen as an image produces a picture which can be zoomed into infinity.
You know what this bass reminds me of? Like, if you ever been in a garage that's kind of dusty, and you take a trash bag and drop it, and the bag hits the floor, and the cloud goes poof, like the dust goes out in a circle around it. That's the feeling.
A fractal is any equation pattern that when seen as an image produces a picture which can be zoomed into infinity.
Okay, so the concept of the track is cool. This rumble without the kick. I got it. I get what the rumble's doing. Kind of an off rumble thing. Coming through the bass rumble. And yeah, definitely get on Shepherd's case for some help on that. For my guess, what I would do is take this rumble thing up to about 40 hertz, take some of the low end out, and get it pulsing with the kick drum, so it's like that unified. So the rumble has a pulse on the upbeat in between the kick drum beats. Because right now I can feel the kick, but the rumble is kind of constant, which makes it feel like it's just filling up the bottom a lot. So number one thing I would do is get a pulse in the rumble in between the kick drum, which could be side chaining or all kinds of LFO on the rumble volume or something like that. Got some leads coming around. That snare needs to be louder. These clicky beats are okay. Could be louder. I like that sound. Wow.
A fractal is any equation
That's a nice
pattern that when seen as an image produces a picture which can be zoomed into infinity.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. You got all the elements of a cool track. Very slow. 110 slow. Yeah, keep it going. That's worth finishing. You should do that and get it nice and rumbly and good just to have it done. Expand your toolbox of production skills. That's Alex B. Speaking of Rumble Techno, Shepherd is another brand new one. And Shepherd, if you have a date for your release on No Mercy, let me know so we can start working on the promo for that. And by the way, while we're paused, anybody who has a release of any kind, single, EP, album, track, mix set, DJ set, live set, recording, video, whatever you got, send it to me, tag me, let me know you have it so that I can help promote, because I love sharing stuff that people create from the group. It's really fun for me because it's like a fun thing to share. It's good for you. It's good for everybody. So please let me know when you release stuff and I will put it in the promo line. And if there's some lead time, it's even better, so I can prep a little promo and get it to drop my promo when your thing releases. There we go. Turning up my broadcast level. Oh yeah. Turn on my headphones. That little clink. Ooh. What was that? Like a backspin? That was so cool. There's always a good Shepherd's transition, like in the first minute. Like, I gotta take off my shirt. Ooh, March 21st. Thank you. That sound. It's a 2-beat loop. 1, 2. This one is like fun. I don't know what it is. It makes it feel that way. That little tambourine by itself. I'm sorry, I'm rolling that back. Feel that pulse. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go a little on the high shelf here. I think the top end could be a little brighter. Got the little insect melody coming in. There's some flanger happening. It's getting dirty. Yeah, the killer bees. Turning this one up. Yeah, Morton, I agree. A little higher in the high mids kind of thing. I love that sound. So much going on in here. All these little interlocking rhythm. And it has that nice solid groove where you can just sit in it. That tambourine keeps going. Damn, dropping it in, Shepherds. What is that vocal saying? Let's go back through that. And right back in here. Wah, wah, wah. What do we got? 6 minutes. Let's see where it goes. Let me play with the EQ in the mid-range. Here's around 1K. Here's a cut. Flat. And boost. So even just a little boost I can feel right away. Quotation is from Beachy. Yeah. Here's a quotation from Friedrich Nietzsche. I don't usually listen to this type of techno, but this is solid, man. Oh, right here. Oh my god, the double kick drum. What? Wait. This shit right here. No. That doesn't stop there. Make this like 7 minutes, please. If you could take this part, just do this whole end section again, and like put that one tambourine hit back in. Seriously. And that, oh my god, that would be great. Okay, EQ back to flat. Wow, Shepherds, get some claps. Master it, release it. No, make it 7 minutes long and then master it and release it. That ending bit is so cool. And that one little tambourine hit, like this, right? Because it started out like this. That's my opinion anyway. You could double that ending part, add the hi-hat in there, and then strip it back for another 8 bars and just have like another bunch of music. That's going out to Anti-Logic Mastering. Okay, Shepherds, nice job. And next up from Mighty Vibrations. So this one is a sound system check for some dark progressive psytrance. By the way, check out the Yopo release of, I'm spacing out, Muddy Waters, something. I got an email coming out about it and a little video post coming out about it. It's kind of slowed down psytrance, like 130 something BPM. And it's really, really good. So Mighty Vibrations is putting out some good stuff. Let's see what this is. Muddy Path, duh. I'm gonna mute my mic so we get all the details on here. Yes, man. That's a super cool start. This one feels like it's inside of my head. No way. What was that sound? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This almost feels like the ASMR audio where there's like really up close things right in your ear, like the clicks and stuff that are like around here. Freaking detailed. Yeah. I like that bass line note right there. So Piv, is this the VB1 bass instrument? How did you make that bass sequence? Just out of curiosity. I don't know if that's a short answer. Sorry, it might be a long answer. almost feels like it's speeding up right here. That is the VV1. Yeah, the kick in the bass low end is amazing. It's so swinging too. Yeah, this is a deep one. All the little frogs and forest creatures are here. I want to play this from houseplants. See if they grow bigger. Okay, we've got to build up. And a new melody lead, alright. Where'd it go? The melody's over there. Mids can come up, you think? Doing a little mid sweep. Around 750, get more of the snare. There's like 1K, it's like 3K. Again, like about 1K. Feel like the brightness of the bass part. Yeah, there's a little bit boost for y'all. A little extra salt. This is freaking tight, man. Everything is so crisp. Every detail is like right there. And the sweeps are very like gentle too. It's not like a hard wash. It's like background. And back in. It's nice that the cymbals are kind of subdued. So there's nothing really like crashing right through the mix. I know the poor limiter is getting tired. And this one is like a long burn. It's like a long groove. You just sit in it, and those little travelers that come and go. There was one part in the middle where we had a new melody enter for like a sort of peak thing, and the rest of it's just like total deep groove and squelches and stuff. It's good. We're at almost 7 minutes and it's still in the vibe. I didn't feel like it got loopy and repetitive. I mean, of course it's repetitive, but not like boring. Swell. Yeah, more maybe muting the kick sound like at 2/3 of the way through, 5 minutes or something, maybe 5/8 of the way through. Predator synth for small sounds. There we go. This genre doesn't really have long breakdowns. It's more like every 4 bars or 8 bars having like a little glitch, a little turnaround, and back in the beat to like slam the rhythm. So I don't know if cutting the kick drum would make stylistic sense, but right here, I definitely appreciate it around here. This new melody thing that came around that was like really traveling around. So let's pretend we're cutting the kick out. 511, right? Pretend this is a breakdown. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, do like an 8-bar cutout with the kick drum. Bring it back in and like bring it. A little open hi-hat and just like slay everybody. Amazing. All right, pivot quit. Beautiful, beautiful. Back to EQ flat. And yeah, the mid-range could use a little lift. The bass had a buzziness when I put up like 1.5K. The snare drum came out brighter. The buzz part of the bass sound came up, and the melody thing came up a little bit. So that's a good observation. Yeah, Morton, cutting the kick drum out, make the arrangement breathe a little bit, make more impact when it comes back in full on for sure. And there is such a really cool intro that with all these really cool sounds, at whatever moment you cut the kick drum out, I would bring these back in and play with those effects again like that. So we have a little moment of swamp creatures. Or it's a galaxy, so galactic creatures. And then the kick drum can come back. Good. So that's like, sound design is like up here on that one. Mix is up here on that one. Arrangement is like 95%. Is Scott Burke here? I don't think so. Not yet. Danats. And oh, who's this guy? Oh, who's these guys? Carried over. Okay. Let's run through. Did I miss? And Alex B. All these people are not here yet. Let's run through the people who dearly need our help in these modern times to keep it flowing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, you can hear the hardcore trying to get out. Nice echo on there. Yes. Okay. First off, I want to compliment you on that snare drum build-up was great. It started out so quiet and it kept getting louder and louder. I was like leaning back and it kept getting louder. That's exactly what I like to hear and feel. And the second comment is after this gap, I think you could let loose full speed and have solid, steady kick drums without the little gap. Let's roll through that again and just see. Coming in. And now the bottom end comes in. Fill in those other kick drum hits here. I mean, it still works this way, but I would like to hear all kick drums at that drop. We got the background pad synth, we got the flux synth, it's all. Yeah. feels like reggae compared to before. Ooh, what is this pluck doing? There we go. Look at that. That should be crazy. Yeah. Let me roll back. There was a moment in here. That sound is good. It's at the right level. And it fits the part, the section, but it's very constant. It's like just pinned through the whole way. So I wonder if you could do something to give that sound a pulse. Wow, 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 wow. You know, something to get that sound moving a little bit, like filter it down and up, or this might be a sound to put in a notch filter and sweep the notch. Because notch filters usually don't affect the volume so much or the placement in the mix, but it gives it motion. So that one pad thing, I think could use some motion. Here we go, snare drum. I'm gonna get ya. Yes. Levels are really riding nice, like from that build up through to the drop. It's like getting at the right volume. Good transition to a total other thing at the end. And a moment of relaxation. All right, cool. So you guys can fight me on this one, but I think at this drop, if we went to all kick drums for a little bit, I think it would be cool. Like a total section of all kick drums without that gap, just for a little bit. It would make me so happy. Ian Waters, again, making massive improvements over earlier. I mean, you're coming out with a new track, like synths are great, stack is great, little vocal things in the background is cool, low end is tight, just little details to touch up. And it's solid, and playing around with different tempos and combinations and stuff. That is good shit. Version 3, almost done. So I see we have, oh, I don't have an Oliver track. I guess OSP, was there something updated from you? I don't think we had an updated one. So let's do the brand new Donats. 6 hours ago. EQ flat, here we go. A little bit of hiss in that one. Oh, and of course we got this one. You guys are here. Mr. Melvis, you're next. Classic upbeat bass. There we go. Hi-hat hi-hat could be a little stronger. The beat comes in tough. Hi-hat's a little bit like, kind of like a little bit. Maybe we're gonna get another big one. Oliver, if you can SoundCloud message me your link, I'll play whatever right now. There we go. There's the hi-hat level. Yeah, nice and bright on top. About at a minute, so that's cool. Like works for intro. Bassline, beat, hi-hats, sample thing. A little delay in there. Okay, the original post is wondering if it's too busy, not sure how the drum loops are working after the first break. The drum loops are working and it's not too busy actually. But it feels like the sounds are kind of static. That sample is just going. Okay, this is good for some variation.
Mad hairbrain schemes, let's do this, let's do that, let's do a record label, let's set up a t-shirt company.
I like that vocal in there. It feels like there's space for a new element, like a background synth pad or some long sustained harmonic sound, as all these staccato chop things are in and out. There's a lot of space for just a long, like, kind of a background pad synth vibe, violin strings or something. Because when it's all choppy, it's like we could use a variation in the beat where we have like a different hi-hat sound or something change or some kind of slight change in the percussion combinations, because it feels like the same drum beat's just been going on like straight through.
Mad hairbrain schemes, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's
those
do a
vocals.
record label, let's set up a t-shirt company.
Yeah, Morton, exactly. Some snare drum fills, something to make it like the beat is going in a cycle with little variations and loops. Let's skip out a bit. Yeah, that middle section needs some work to make variations.
Mad hairbrain schemes, let's do this, let's do that. Let's do a record label, let's set up a t-shirt company.
Sheppers go crazy with some frequency shifter. Yeah, this is cool right here. Is that snare drum different? Wait, let me hear that. All right, cool. So all through here. That's cool. So on this part, the snare drum is like a single thing. At this ending part, it goes like a double hit, like chaka. That's a really good variation to add the percussion. Yeah. Mix is pretty tight though. Kick and the low end are good. The mid-range sounds and drums and stuff are basically in place. So the sound design is cool and the mix is pretty cool. Mainly the arrangement has places where you can cut out some sounds, take the sounds you have and change them over time. And especially for the drums, figure like every 8 bars have like an extra little or like just a little snare drum tap or some kind of drum fill or turnaround, so that as the beat's going, it's not so much as like a mechanical never-ending loop, but it got variations and stuff. Delays in the breakdown. Yeah. There's lots of stuff you could do with that. So keep working on that. I know that's a new track, so there's a lot of space to get it going. Now, Mr. Melvis and Mindbender. Let's see what we got. That kick drum is proper. Oh, that is cool distortion on that vocal. The way the vocal distortion sounds like the guitar distortion, that is really cool. Oliver, okay, good. This one feels a little bit like Massive Attack. So much emotion. Definitely a good update. Louder beats, guitars and vocals level. It's all nice. The mid-range is like coming out to bite you. That guitar is moving around. Really nice right here. Yeah, that breakdown could be even longer, but whatever. We got good music today, Dave. Oh shit! Did you hear that? Mr. Melvis with the asbestos fingers burning it up on the guitar, like flames. Fucking finger tapping it. Yeah, man, the combination of the voices and the feel and the guitar and everything is really like. showing off. You don't hear that kind of thing these days very much. Definitely not in electronic music. Ooh, sustain. What did that guitar tone come from? Is that, are you miking a cabinet on that, or is that? That ending is awesome. Great mix, cool idea, and it flows and just takes you through like another. I don't know how to say this, but there's like this kind of emotional world you can't get to without a distortion guitar. I think Frank Zappa said something about that. Like the sound a guitar makes is just like stinking, like something like nothing else. I don't know. That's cool for me. Everybody's playing air guitar, right? There's one little spot with one sound I wanted louder. This riser going up. Long and slow. That riser. Whatever that is, like a square wave buzz. Bzz, that one I wanted to be louder. And that's like the only thing that I wanted to change. The rest of this shit. Solid. Okay. Really nice job, y'all. Version 4, is that it? Is that done? Or do we get another one? Let me refresh and see if I got an OSP update. Move my meters, click the link. Oh, what's this? Where are you? No, Candy Lee. There we go. I think that was car brakes outside. And this is version like 2 or something. Let's see. EQ flat. All right, here we go. Yes. I'm going to leave it here. I think it's going to drop louder. it makes it for me. And the run. My stream is glitching today. I don't know why. I'm feeling like the drum reverb is a little too wet. The drums all sound good, but the overall drum feel is kind of far away from so much reverb. Oh my god, right there. We're going back to 240. That was awesome. I want to hear that again. Did that filter go up into a reverb? Yeah. 200, 250. Let me find that first. Wait. I think it's around here. Is that what you're hearing? Kind of that like mo 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 kind of sound. My numbers go from 140 up to 750, so I gotta guess like where 250 is. Yeah, right here, right? Same thing I said to Shepard is this cannot stop at 426. We need another chunk right here. Yeah, that part is so good. Let's go back to what did I say, 239? Something happened back here. Oh, that triple kick drum. That part, if you did that double kick drum bump again at the end, people would just be dead. What's the opinion on the drum reverb, everybody? Do you agree with me that the drum reverb is kind of high, or is it like there's something about the drums that I just want it closer and like harder? They're kind of washy. Maybe it's the open hi-hat. And that moment right there, that sweep. I like it with the synth nice and wet, kind of echoey. That hi-hat. That's a pretty small detail. This is a great track. Good mix. Good sounds. Yes, man. And how did we get to the very ending? Yeah, that works. Relative dry snare masks the other percussions. I don't know. Oliver, it sounded awesome as usual. That one needs a couple more, not quite maybe a minute, but at least a half a minute. And a couple mixed tweaks on the drums, and I think that's going to be ready. Thanks for sending that to me. I'm glad we got to hear that. So we can close my messages from him. I think, I'm not sure, Alex P. Let's do, oh, this is Tony Vegas, dressing gown. Let's see what's going on with this one. EQ back to flat. That's me turning up the master. Okay, these are my left to right is balanced here. So when you got a stereo bass happening, don't crash. Nice simplicity. Some of the bass echo was just off balancing in the stereo field. Big bass. Ooh, that sparkly sound is good. I think the sub bass could come down a little bit. We kind of have a happy face shape of a deep low end, sparkly high end. There's space in this whole middle area for some kind of synth or something with more body and like weight to it. Because we're really big on the bottom and big on the highs in this mix so far. That's a good thing because you got space to take some of your synths, copy something in the mids, fill up the whole middle space with like maybe a double copy of the chords, an octave lower or something. I like the bass tone. It has that bouncing feel. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go mono. Yeah, there's a lot of stereo width, a lot of side information. Back in mono. Tony, I like what you're doing with the song structure. Delay on the bass. So the bass line is a little bit overpowering compared to the kick drum. You could maybe take the 48 hertz, that super low part of the sub bass, and let the kick drum be down there deep, and have the bass line dominating up above 100 hertz. I like this sparkly sound. That chuffy synth in the middle could be louder. Chunk, chunk. That would be a great sound to fill up that mid-range with. Right here, you can feel the kick drum could be a little bigger compared to the bass line. Track concept is cool though, it's got a groove. Yeah. Really crispy on the high frequencies too. Okay, there is a background synth right there. Whoa. Make that louder, because that's a nice filler in the mids. Good use of space right there. That's me on the low EQ for the kick. The kick drum could feel like that by itself when the bass line's not there. So a little more kick. And back into the bass line. Yeah, cool. So some mix tweaks on this one, and it'll be in much better shape. Get that low bass under control and kick drum a little bit louder. The main thing that it is that I'm hearing is that there's like so much space in the mid-range where we could have another synth coming up. There's something in the background right here. You have something in the mix that could just be a lot louder to fill up that whole center, then the crispy highs and the bump on the bottom will fit together with this like middle section. Yeah, bring that in sooner. That's a cool sound. Was that in? Wait, what was our... Okay, the opening sound of that left-right bass. Right here, just kick drum and that bass is cool. So... That middle bass sound is a great sound that we didn't hear for the whole middle part of the track. So that sound that's going bow, bow, that should come back in the middle and do more of that. That's a floor tom. Boom. Boom. That's great how it goes down right there to like 90 hertz and stops and the kick is all below it. And cut off the tails. Cool. So work on the mid-range, kick drum a little bit louder. Watch out for the super low sub bass on the bass line parts, which you could fix with a shelf EQ or something to just cut out the super low frequencies. And bring that back on Saturday. Oliver has dogs? I didn't know you had dogs. What kind of dogs do you have? More than one dog? Dogs. Oh, Scott Burke, 4 days ago. I don't know if that was an update. Alex B, 3 days ago. You know what I want to do first? So me and my mentor have been playing around with some ideas. I want to show you an example of what pre-production and actual production can sound like. So Sunday, he sent me a track and he's like, hey, I don't know. What do you think? We should work on this one. And I recorded my first idea. And this was like the spark of the track, raw. I played keyboard. You'll hear it. It sounds like the keyboard's totally pasted on top. I didn't even edit that. Just put it out there. I'll see you later. Okay, so that's like the sketch of the idea. Playing with some keyboard ideas, putting them on top of a beat, seeing what goes together and what it could turn into. Not quantized or anything. And this is what it has turned into on version 5, like a week later. Playing around on the line between dub, techno, and house, or spacey hypnotic field. The ticket, little high-pitched one. I listened to this on loop like 10 times yesterday. One sub bass coming through right there. I don't know if you can tell, there's some of that keyboard part as a different MIDI, the MIDI notes as a different synth. Like the bubble organ. Yeah, Morton, I love what you're doing with saturation, the vocal chops. Last time we talked about the vocals were a little bit too much. So later on, you kind of cut them back with a delay and spacing to open it up more. I love that bass loop. Matt Schultz, put the vocal more back, chords more up front, background sound up louder. Dub techno secrets. Yeah, those are mid-range mix tweaks that would have a different feel. Thing coming in. A little, almost like a disco violin, but not quite. I think that could be a little louder. There's a snare tap with no feedback on the delay. Here once in a while. Yeah, the ghost note. Yeah. This ending part, the acid line comes in. Yes. That burnt acid lead. When the sub bass came back in, it just felt like it was distorted right here. Because before the sub was kind of clean, right? Next time the sub comes in, right there. Now I feel the sub being distorted, but I'm not sure if it's because the top end is distorted. You know what I'm saying? And I love how those release notes are shorter. I love what you did with this track. The part. Everything is like merging so nicely with the delays and the mids. I think this might be my favorite part at the end. Come back kind of like after a time of not having them, so it's like fresh again. That's really important. Well, my favorite part of the rhythms and the voices. I don't think the vocals are too loud, but I'm looking at the conversation. I see what you're saying with that. A lab and a border collie, 2 kitties. Aw. And here's the background grit. Super nice treatment. So the question is, how loud are the voices going to be? How loud are the chords going to be? Yeah, there's space to make a couple of changes and everything. I'm just so psyched with how you're doing it all of all these tracks, the Mr. Melvis track and this one and your own remixes and your own originals. It's really like I think Mindbender gets the creativity award for putting out the most music every week. So Alex B, let's take a quick dip into this. It's only 1:23 p.m. I like the kick. Everybody, the Mindbender kicks, the low end treatment is a wonder of nature, not to be beheld by mortals. Learning curve, EQ back to flat. Alex B, wake up. Telepathically join us. That's some clicky shit. I have a no pets official apartment. I'm not allowed to have any, so I would love to have like 2 cats in here because I got some stairs that can climb up and down. Oh yeah, that glide on that note. Yes. A little bit sharp on that. Bassline has a nice, interesting high-end mid-range that we could hear more of. So I would go to the bass channel, pull up some of that 800, that 900, get that bassline nice and like vibrant in the middle. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit in that bassline. I want to hear more of that. So if you could get the mid-range of the bassline, well, the upper part of the bassline louder, low end is good. Drums are nice and bright. This one has a little bit of a happy face too. Big lows, big highs, not a ton of mids. Matt Schultz dropping recipes in there. Totally agree. Yeah, we have an empty space in the mid-range for a new character to enter the track. That one's cool. That's cool. Longer delay on that. Flop, flop. I feel like this is pretty much... Is this possibly the same one we did on Saturday already? Oh, hey, Paul, cool. Glad you're here. That last track you had was epic, man. That was good shit. Alex B, this feels like Randy Adams kind of vibe, too. Like, just hard, like, coming at you. Out like 3.5. Boost, flat, dip. Let's say if I take the high end down, kind of boost up the mids. Like when I bring up the mid range, it gets more of like a growl. That's back to EQ flat. Yeah, breakdown. So I guess what we're talking about is not really mixed stuff. This is more like sound design stuff where you have this bubbling bass where you could open the fast thing has activities or it's like an event. It's like like doing stuff. It's not about the mixed position of that one sound. It's like taking the sound you have and flowing it up and down through the track so that it kind of grabs your attention and comes forward and back. I agree, the rides are a little bit up. I liked it when they took those down a little. Yeah. I got a 12K shelf and then a 3K dip. That's what I can do on this board. Working with a Soundcraft analog mixer, by the way, which I love. See, I should be sponsored by Soundcraft for this, right? Come on. Matt Schultz telling Alex to get a little nasty with the distortion. Well, can't argue with that. It's cool. It's a good concept. Maybe totally copy the bass line, distort the shit out of it, and filter the distortion and make that another layer. Some pad synth going in there that I could hear a little louder. And apologies if I completely reviewed that same track twice. And I think Scott Burke is the same situation. I think this is the same thing we heard on Saturday. So EQ black to flat. I'm gonna talk over Scott. Sorry. What if Shepherd's remixed Alex B? You guys get together. We want to see Shepherds and DJ Waters talking about that Rumble Tech on the DJ Waters beat for Saturday. And for anybody who's watching who doesn't know what's up, if you know what's up, but you don't know what is what, let me tell you what. First off, the Mixitexture member site is available to you for resources. That's courses.mixitexture.com. You can grab some free presets, which give you Ableton effects racks, instruments, drum racks, leads, fun stuff, and mix tools. There's a de-esser in there, vocal channel strips, all kinds of fun things that you can get for free. And when you sign up, you'll get on the Mixitexture email list to get news, events, updates that I'm doing with the stuff in the group. And you want to be on the email list, especially because who knows what is going to happen with Facebook. Probably not. Well, we don't know. You want to get on the email list to make sure we can all stay connected, because when we move different platforms, you got to be there with us. For example, going to Discord. So if you want to join us on Discord, what you can do is go to patreon.com/Mixitexture, sign up for the Track Feedback Crew, $25 a month, which is an absolute steal and a deal for the level of attention and feedback you get on your tracks. This is for people who are working on music every day, making updates every week, and you need feedback on them regularly because you're planning on publishing it. So if you're a very, very, very brand new producer and you never made a track before, you might not be ready for this. But when you are ready to get your tracks released, get them mastered, and put them out on some labels, you're going to need some feedback from a tight producer crew who's super positive. And it's not like, oh, keep it positive, bro. It's constructive criticism where we're going to find at least one specific thing that you need to change in every track every week and give you advice on how to change it, why to change it, and how it's going to help, so that when you're in your own place producing, if you don't know your room acoustics or your speakers or you're in headphones that day, you have people to help you to make sure that your track is going to come out sounding really good in headphones, on mobile phones and laptops, and when people download it and use it in a DJ set. So it sounds like a pro track with the low end hitting heavy, mid-range feeling full, stereo width all bright. Nobody's getting bloody ears from listening to it. I love what we're doing in the Feedback Crew. It's really my favorite part of the week, hanging out with everybody online. And you can see us in the chat on replay on YouTube. It's a bunch of weirdos, but we somehow pull it together to function. And I don't have Discord open on this machine, but we have moved our community over to Discord. You can join the Mixitexture Discord server for free. All you got to do is download Discord for free, get it on your machine, and join the Mixitexture server from one of the links and the emails. See how this all fits together. And then you can see how we're running our chat, doing our community sharing of presets and plugins and all kinds of stuff. And the Track Feedback Crew is in there. So for anybody in the crew, we are working on a compilation. It's a great idea that's been floating around for years, literally. And I am ready to jump in and work on that. It's not going to be this month or next month, but I want to get some conversations happening with some video chats collect ideas from everybody else about what direction you think it should go. And then we're most likely going to set up something like, at first, it's going to be like a Bandcamp thing, and then develop later with Labelworks or whatever to get into Beatport and all the other streaming sites. So we're not on a sprint to publish right away, and I'm not like a get rich quick from publishing kind of thing, but I think it's a really great idea to have a publishing platform to showcase some of this amazing music coming out of our group, so we can put it all together, share it, help more people find it, and with all of us together promoting it, it's definitely going to get in the right hands. So yeah, what are you guys talking about over there? And while we're still looking at this page, there are some really interesting courses in here to help you on your production journey. If you like what I'm doing with the spectrum analyzer, talking about frequencies for different sounds, what hertz that is, if you don't quite know a lot about EQ, this is the course for you. How to EQ your tracks. You're going to learn what is in the human range of hearing. What does it mean in the highs? When we say the high frequencies, what numbers is that? Or if somebody says, oh, that mix was muddy. Well, there's actual numbers that correlate to the words muddy in a mix, like whatever those numbers are. You can learn this in this course. You learn the types of EQ, how to use them, how to EQ each instrument, and you get a pack of presets with EQ presets built in. You can see on the cover there's some frequencies cut and dipped in there. And I'm not telling you to use presets on your tracks. EQ presets are a starting place that you adjust for every sound in your mix. And you learn how to do that in this course to snap your mixes into focus. This is really helpful. A lot of people have done this one, and it really does help a lot at a certain point when you need to learn about EQing. We got the essential basics of sound design, where you learn how to do sound design using Operator. Operator is kind of confusing. I built a whole course on it. And we talk about the basics that everybody needs to know in sound design, like oscillators, filters, ADSR envelopes, LFOs, modulators, layering sounds, doing some FM synthesis. All that kind of stuff is in there. And what you learn in this course will help you use all Ableton plugins at a higher level. Think of how many times you see a wet dry amount or an envelope or an attack and a release time, and you want to know how those can help you imagine a sound and make it come out of your synth. Or when you load up a preset and you want to change that one little thing and you don't want to break the whole preset, you need to learn a little about sound design. Escape the 8-bar loop. We'll talk about that more later. That's an amazing course that everybody needs to know about. And basic mixing, of course, going from gain staging into stereo width, getting your low end to hit right, getting your whole mix to sound balanced at a right level with headroom, so then you can turn it up in mastering. That's all in this course. I know the people watching probably know this right now, but if you like hearing me talk about it, basic mixing is super fun. And while we're on the topic, look at what you're doing in here. Not just one module, but we talk about gain staging with tracks, mixing, groups and effects, buses and effects, and all these lessons are hands-on sessions that you download as an Ableton project to learn by doing it with instructions, activities, and examples inside Live. So it's not like buying a pack of videos or buying a bunch of online access. You get actual Ableton projects that you download to do the examples and activities and learn by doing it. So that's super special. And that's all available at courses.mixtexture.com. That's going to be it from me. Let's go back to stream bad things. I should have put this on loop. Yeah, Operator is mighty. If anybody has any questions other than who isn't weird in here, we'll see you back on Saturday. And for everybody in the record label crew and the track feedback crew, I'll see you in Discord. We're going to get a little conversation going on and get some releases coming out. Maybe springtime, maybe early summer, maybe midsummer night stream. No promises on the timeline, but I can definitely promise you it's going to be exciting and it's going to sound good when we get it coming out. So that is the deal for now. I'll see y'all on Saturday. And Scott Burke, if you have an update on this, let me know. We'll review it on Saturday. All right. Peace out, y'all. See you next time.